Good morning, everybody. What a wonderful day. This morning I'm sitting on my patio. But before I begin telling you how I got arrested for the cable boxes, this morning I received, it woke me up. My grandson Marty and his wife called me to tell me that I'm going to be a great grandfather this summer. So I'm very excited about that, folks. And I can't wait. This summer I'll be going back to upstate New York and see my great grandson. I'm excited. Folks, I told you yesterday, I told you about the robbery of the LA City Jail and how the first one was a failed attempt. And it was very costly for me then. But I was still determined to get these cable boxes. When I get a phone call from my friend Clarence. Clarence was a tough guy, did a lot of time in Chino. I trusted him. He said he's got a guy at Comcast Cable out in the valley who wants me to rob his place. Now, when you did those kind of robberies, the way it happened, he would write a slip of paper, 2,000 cable boxes, model so-and-so. Okay, give me the paper. I pull up with a truck. It was a simple thing. Give it to the guard, because they all had these guards. Okay, give it to the guard. He said, go row 8, bin 4. And I go there, they load up my truck, and I drive out, and I sell. That's how it would have worked. So my first time I met with him, we were meeting at a restaurant in Burbank, California. And while we were talking, I'm telling him, he knew I was trying to get the ones out of the LA City Jail. I said, I still want to get those. I said, but I need a connection. I need a judge's signature on an order. I want to get them transferred from the Los Angeles City Jail to San Pedro, which had a closed jail down there at the time. Oh, he said, I can get a judge to sign it. He's good. Great. Now, unbeknownst to me, this guy was not part of Comcast Cable. That's what they were telling her to do to set me up. He was a pedophile. So the moment he heard my name at the first meeting, he made a deal to get off of his case if he gets information on me. So every meeting after that is wired up. Now, like I told you, me and Jerry Zimmerman, we knew everything was going on down at the city jail. And we know that there was a cop that had gangbangers stealing them just stealing a few at a time, selling them on the streets, $150, $200. And I knew the cop's name. It's in my book. You can read about it in my book, his name, everything, it's in there. Okay, just go. And before I continue, folks, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Please comment and give me those likes, okay? If you like what I'm saying, those likes help me, all right? I definitely appreciate it. And so anyways, I was meeting this guy at a restaurant in Burbank. And as I told you, he told me he can get the paper signed. I said, get him, I want to move him on such and such a date. And the way I was going to do this, I would have my trucker pull up, he'd have the paper to transfer him, get him loaded, and they never were going to go to San Pedro, they were going to go to Florida, okay? Had it all set up. Sound like the perfect scam, right? Or a perfect robbery. You gotta remember, I'm looking at a couple $1 million here. It's a lot of money. Then it's a lot of money today. So now the guy calls me, and I told him to have the date. I wanted to do it on a Friday. But then, on my way to meet this guy at the restaurant in Burbank, find out that the guy that I wanted at the LA City Jail wasn't going to be there, and they had nobody there, so I couldn't do it, so I had to wait till Monday. So the guy comes, he got the paper, looks like signed by a judge, very official court order to move him, okay? And I tell him, you got to change it, make it for Monday, I can't do it tomorrow. He said, okay, he gets up, he leaves, but he leaves the papers with me. Now, after he leaves, I get up to leave, I go out to the parking lot, I got that envelope in my hand. Mom, at this hour, my car is the only one in the parking lot. And as I'm bending over to put the key to unlock my door, I hear cars coming from all around. They were the detectives from the gangster squad, all in their private cars. And boom, they come. I threw the papers under my car. One car pulls up, one cop in it, puts the cuffs and puts me in the front seat of his car. Right away, right there, I'm going, why am I in the front seat? And when he pulls out, he tells the other cops, okay, you know what to do, okay? And now this guy's driving. He's going through Burbank. And he's driving. Next thing, he pulls into Griffith Park. And at this point, I said, Detective, I don't know of any police precinct in Griffith Park. He says, shut. Now, by this time, he's on a dirt road in Griffith Park. And he tells me, shut up, you guinea bastard. Hey, call me a guinea. He says, do you know who I am? I says, I have no idea who you are. And he gives me his name. He says, you've been blabbering my name all over the wires. Now, there was a cop, and this was the cop that had gangbangers stealing these cable boxes and selling them on the street for $200-300, a couple at a time, nothing big. And I knew it, because I knew everything was happening in that jail. And this was the cop. His intentions were to kill me. They were pissed, okay? And like I said, it's all in my book here, folks, all right? When one cop at the scene messed up and went on the radio and said, we got Ori Spado. When that happened, Sewell and Bannister from the gangster squad, who were ahead of it, heard it. And they said, you get Spado down to Parker Center. And this cop, he got a call. He threw the fucking phone down and said, today's the luckiest day of your life. I'm going to tell you, folks, when he pulled out of that park and we pulled up the Parker Center, I was happy because I was still alive. My life was almost gone that day if that one cop didn't mess up. I wouldn't be here. No shit. And so they arrested me for something, but it wasn't for the robbery. It was some conspiracy bullshit. And you've never been to Parker Center, but when they're booking people, it's like being in a grocery store, different lines, okay? Once you get past that line, once you get your mug shot, all right? And then you can make your phone call to get bailed out. So once I got through that line, they bring me, they're walking around. Now here we are in Parker Center. It's a jail up there on the top floor. Alright? Oh, you don't want to go in this cell, too many guys. Oh, we got a private cell. Yeah, they had the best cell for me. With a telephone booth in there, believe it or not. A telephone, payphone on the wall. Well, right away, I knew the room was wired up. I'm not stupid. But I picked up the phone, I called Jerry Zimmerman. I said, you gotta call Rocco, get me bailed out. I'm down at Parker Center. He says, how much is your bail? I said, only 15 grand. He said, oh, don't fucking embarrass me. He hangs up on me, I swear to God. All right? I call him back. He says, he's laughing like crazy. He said, I call Rocco, he's on his way. So now, Rocco was our bail bondsman. And back in those days, I had credit limits of over $250,000 with bail bonds, right? Okay? That was more important than having a credit line in the bank in my day. But anyhow, Rocco picks me up, drives me to the restaurant, Burbank. I get in my car, like I told you, it's a Thursday. Thursday's the day that my maid comes. I had maid every Thursday she came. And I get home, first thing I want to do, it's late at night now. I want to take a shower. While I'm in the shower, I hear this fucking banging at my fucking door. I go, who the fuck is this? So now I walk. Oh no, here's what happened. I got out of the shower because I'm thinking I gotta call fucking Clarence. I'm on the phone with Clarence. Hey, I said, this fucking guy is a fucking rat you introduced me to. I didn't know I didn't. At that time, my door, I'm hearing, is banging. Guess who it is? Sue and Bannister from the Gangster Squad. Now, those of you who don't know who the Gangster Squad is, that was an elite force put together by Chief Parker back in the day to rid Los Angeles of the Italians. They did a movie about it, so it's out there. And that's what happened, folks. So, now, bang at the door, and when LAPD come into Beverly Hills, they got to bring Beverly Hills police. So I shout through the door, I don't have no clothes on, let me get my robe. Stand right there or we'll shoot through the door. Yeah. So I got to open the fucking door. I'm standing in the nude. I open the door, and there's a load of cops. And the two from Beverly Hills were females. And they were good-looking cops. And they go like this, they look at me, and Sue runs in, he gets my bathrobe, puts my bathrobe. He says, Spado, get in your chair, get your cigarette. It was like a procedure. You had no idea how many times they had search warrants to come in and search me for various times. And he comes in, so I sit in the chair, they have a cop sit with me, and I sit there and smoke, and then Sue says, Spado, where's your gun? It's the same place I always keep it, which was under my side of the bed. I had a very big apartment back in those days. They said, I said, you guys ain't looking for cable boxes. I said, I got one cable box and I paid for it. All right? I think it was Warner owned the company then. Now it's Spectrum. But anyways, that's what happened there. So obviously, they found nothing. They left. When I remember, they count your money. When they come in, I had a bundle on the dresser. and then they count it when they leave. Make sure that they didn't steal nothing, which that part was okay. They didn't. And so I had to hire a lawyer, go to court, downtown LA on Temple. You know what was going on at that time? First time we went to court, O.J. Simpson trial. So the courthouse was packed. You pull up, news teams from all over the world. It was crazy. Packed courthouse. Me and my lawyer, we get into our courtroom. Judge comes in, there's our case, and the judge said my attorney said, they're going to try to increase your bail. But the city attorney was late and didn't show up. So the judge just gave us a court date, another court date. So now the bail is set at the $15,000. And then my attorney, from the corner of his eye, after the judge said that, we're free to leave the courtroom. And my judge eyes the city attorney walking in the door. He says, come on, let's get the hell out of here before, because they would have locked me back up until I posted the rest of the bail. And they wanted to increase it to $75,000 from $15,000. But we got out of there, we ran down the stairs, got out of that courthouse, and ultimately, folks, okay, they did not want to use the pedophile against me in court. They were afraid to use them. They didn't have a good case anyway. But I ended up getting 3 years probation. 3 years, maybe it was 5, I can't remember, okay? And, you know, I spent so much time in probation. I've given the government so much of my time. 80 years, I give them over 20 for sure. But anyhow, I wanted to share that story for you. Thank you very much.